1. Introduction. What is an intuition pump? You can't do much carpentry with your bare hands, and you can't do much thinking with your bare brain. Bo Dalbum. Thinking is hard. Thinking about some problems is so hard it can make your head ache just thinking about them. My colleague, the neuropsychologist Marcel Kinsborn, suggests that whenever we find thinking hard, it is because the stony path to truth is competing with seductive, easier paths that turn out to be dead ends. Most of the effort in thinking is a matter of resisting these temptations. We keep getting waylaid and have to steel ourselves for the task at hand. Ugh. There's a famous story about John von Neumann, the mathematician and physicist who turned Alan Turing's idea, what we now call a Turing machine, into an actual electronic computer, what we now call a von Neumann machine, such as your laptop or smartphone. Von Neumann was a virtuoso thinker, legendary for his lightning capacity for doing prodigious calculations in his head. According to the story, and like most famous stories, this one has many versions, a colleague approached him one day with a puzzle that had two paths to a solution: a laborious, complicated calculation and an elegant, aha-type solution. This colleague had a theory. In such a case, mathematicians work out the laborious solution while the lazier but smarter physicists pause and find the quick and easy solution. Which solution would von Neumann find? You know the sort of puzzle. Two trains 100 miles apart are approaching each other on the same track, one going 30 miles per hour, the other going 20 miles per hour. A bird flying 120 miles per hour starts at train A when they are 100 miles apart, flies to train B, turns around and flies back to the approaching train A, and so forth until the two trains collide. How far has the bird flown when the collision occurs? 240 miles, von Neumann answered almost instantly. Darn, replied his colleague. I predicted you'd do it the hard way, summing the infinite series. Aye, von Neumann cried in embarrassment, smiting his forehead. There's an easy way? Hint. How long until the trains collide? Some people, like von Neumann, are such natural geniuses that they can breeze through the toughest tangles. Others are more plodding, but are blessed with a heroic supply of willpower that helps them stay the course in their dogged pursuit of truth. Then there are the rest of us, not calculating prodigies and a little bit lazy, but still aspiring to understand whatever confronts us. What can we do? We can use thinking tools by the dozens. These handy prosthetic imagination extenders and focus holders permit us to think reliably and even gracefully about really hard questions. This book is a collection of my favorite thinking tools. I will not just describe them. I intend to use them to move your mind gently through uncomfortable territory all the way to a quite radical vision of meaning, mind, and free will. We will begin with some tools that are simple in general, having applications to all sorts of topics. Some of these are familiar, but others have not been much noticed or discussed. Then I will introduce you to some tools that are for very special purposes indeed, designed to explode one specific seductive idea or another, clearing a way out of a deep rut that still traps and flummoxes experts. We will also encounter and dismantle a variety of bad thinking tools, misbegotten persuasion devices that can lead you astray if you aren't careful. Whether or not you arrive comfortably at my proposed destination and decide to stay there with me, the journey will equip you with new ways of thinking about the topics and thinking about thinking. The physicist Richard Feynman was perhaps an even more legendary genius than von Neumann, and he was certainly endowed with a world-class brain. But he also loved having fun, and we can all be grateful that he particularly enjoyed revealing the tricks of the trade he used to make life easier for himself. No matter how smart you are, you're smarter if you take the easy ways when they are available.